Before we get stuck in today, let's clear something up. What is a terrine? Well, at its simplest, it's a pressed loaf of layered meats, usually game, bound together, chilled and sliced cold. The name actually comes from the dish it's made in, a terrine, a deep ceramic mold. Over time, the container and the contents became the same thing. Right, now we know what we're making, here's how we're going to make it. We're starting with a muntjac haunch in a slow cooker. This was a big muntjac, and so a small roe would work just as well. In goes celery, carrots, shallots, a bay leaf, thyme, peppercorns and stock to cover. Switch the thing on for 3 hours or until the meat is tender, soft and easy enough to shred. The terrine is deeply and unmistakably French. In Lyon, they even have the Pâté en Croûte World Championships, the Wimbledon of terrines, where chefs spend months designing their entries and 4 days building and assembling them. This competition once even saw a terrine layered to mimic bird migration with layers of duck, pheasant and guinea fowl. And the average time for making terrines at this competition? 20 hours. Each one must have pastry, farce, aspic, and a clear decorative structure. The slice is judged on artistry, protein harmony, seasoning, fat balance, and technical execution. Next up, chicken livers. Give them a quick fry, keeping them pink in the middle. Aspic, by the way, is savoury jelly made from clarified stock. It used to be the old world version of cling film and a fridge, sealing cooked meats so they'd last for weeks. Before refrigeration, chefs weren't decorating terrines out of vanity, they were trying to keep their food safe. Blend the livers up with butter, salt and pepper and chuck them in a bowl for later. Terrines were once the Michelin benchmark. Inspectors knew that if a chef could master a terrine, the layering, seasoning, textures, and binding the proteins, they could master anything. A terrine slice reveals everything, no hiding behind edible flowers or foam. Now weigh out your venison. You should care about this because terrines live and die on protein balance. Shred it up, add pistachios and cranberries, a knob of butter, cinnamon, allspice, the liver mix, an egg, orange zest and a splash of that stock. Mix it by hand like you're kneading ancient history. Add port or tequila if you're producer Bob, then chill the mixture in the fridge. Game terrines were once the food of nobles, the elite, and anyone who owned enough land to hunt on. The kitchen staff would be told, make something impressive, and boom, it was terrine time. Nowadays, we can all indulge without needing a chateau and a family crest, a real win for democracy. Now for the wrapper of this terrine. We're not going to use pastry, we're going to use cabbage. Get some leaves, prepare them and blanch them in boiling water. After being covered for a few minutes, take them out, give them an ice bath and they are done. They'll go soft, shiny and perfect for wrapping. Next, partridge breasts. Season well with salt and pepper and give them a quick sear. Keep them rare. This is a terrine inspired by some older recipes, but during some digging I found out that some regional terrines in France are legally protected, same as Champagne or Roquefort. That is how seriously they take this stuff. onto the build. If you've got a proper terrine dish, well done. If not, a loaf tin absolutely works. Line it with cabbage leaves, spoon in half the venison mixture and pack it tight. Then lay the partridge breasts neatly through the centre. This is the moment you pretend you're competing in Lyon and try and do a neat job. Top with the rest of the venison mix and press it down firmly, folding over the cabbage to seal it. Now wrap the whole thing in foil, place it into a bain-marie and into the oven at 160 degrees for about an hour, or until the centre hits a safe temperature and your kitchen smells like a French hunting lodge. When you pull it from the oven, give it a good press to compact it further, adding some weight on top, and then place in the fridge for 12 to 24 hours. The moment of truth comes when you pull it from the fridge. The slice. This is the moment everything is judged upon, even if the only judge here is you. With the partridge running through the centre and venison flecked with pistachios and cranberries, if you've done this right, it should look like a regular rustic mosaic. Serve it with some vinegary salad, a bit of bread, and away you go. Honestly, you could just eat this by the slice if you wanted. Rich, fragrant, earthy with pops of sweetness, a bit of spice, and all the satisfaction of a dish that's been made this way for hundreds of years. Was it worth the effort? Well, just about.